I'm going to make a little video describing the different types of quench tanks I've used for my knives and swords through the years. The very first quench tank I had was one of these roasters you get from the kitchen. It has the advantage of having a lid, so you can put a fire out really quick. You can also, heat the oil on inside the house on the kitchen stove, where it's nice and safe, and then you can take it outside and do the actual quenching. So that worked a lot, and that was easy. It was all made of metal, so it's a pretty good way to have quench tank. And your blade is, you can get big ones of these. I think let me show you what I actually ended up using. Yeah, this old thing. I got bigger and bigger ones, and what you wanted to do is you want to be able to hold your knife and stay away from any fire. So I would end up, I don't know, having pliers or something I'd hang on to over here, and if there was a fire, it was way over. So them are things from the past. I haven't used those for like, I don't know, 10, 20 years or whatever. So, okay, the next thing, I should tell you where they are. The next thing is when I started making swords, the guy I was learning from a video, he found, this is a tarp, just a regular old tarp. And his system that he taught was that you make somehow out of bricks or something, some sort of form, and you just lay the tarp inside the form, fill it up with water, and that's your quench tank for doing swords and large blades, just a tarp. Lately, because I had them, I've been using these plastic, it's upside down, I'll show it to you. It's a plastic yard pond. There, that's what that is. And it's really light, portable. You can bring it in, fill it up with water, dump it out. That's what I use for the swords. Now for longer blades, I built the kind of quench tank you see on Forged in Fire, where they use a vertical quench. It's a lot more dangerous, and I can't say this is a very good idea. And I think they do that on the TV show because it's exciting to see the fire. But that's what this is here. I think it's a 6-inch sewer pipe. It's just sitting in this bucket, just to hold it steady. I have a cap on the end of it, and then you heat the oil up by dunking some hot things inside of it to heat the oil up to get it up to about 150. But it's a very dangerous way to do it. Now what I do, and I'll show you my current oil quenching tank. I got the oil when I pitched in with one of the most famous knife makers in the world, Ed Fowler. He was in the market to get some Ychcuc Type A quenching oil. But you can only buy it in big 55-gallon drums, and so I pitched in with him, and I got 2-3 gallons of it. This is what I have left. This is the actual tank. Let's bring it out, because it might get lost in all the debris of my life here in this. This is my shop. I have it on a little stand. It's made out of a air compressor from a semi, the air compressor tank from, I think, a dump truck, really. I cut it in half, and it's metal, of course. Underneath it, I have a hot plate, and it allows me to dial in how warm I want it. Other things about it, inside here I have okay, it's hard to, it's all gooey and everything. Let me, one moment, working with, this is a quench plate. It's aluminum. It's a piece of aluminum. It's got 2 holes that I think I used JB Weld to put a bolt. One of those holes, I would put a nut on each one on these 3 bolts, and then I JB welded a nut in 3 different places. And then I could use a bolt then to adjust the height, because then you can dial in where you want to quench and you don't want to quench to get a homon. And that sits like that. To heat the oil, I stick these little thermometers, either I think a turkey thermometer, and here's one of those instant ones that I stole from my wife's coffee machine. And they really help you get the oil the perfect. I have learned that you have to stir the oil. I heat the oil with, like I said, the hot plate, or else I just drop in hot steel. But I have seen that you do need to keep the oil moving while you're heating it. Yeah, that's what is that? Oh, there's another project from the past. Anyway, that's my three-way, that's my big quench tank that I have now.